Hi everyone, welcome. FPL Matt Day here, and it's the last game week of the season. It's game week 38, live deadline stream. We are just under an hour until deadline now. I can't believe it. We're on to this last game week of the season already. It's absolutely unbelievable that we've got to this stage again. Another season has gone by. Tonight, we're just going to go through all of the fixtures. The best players from each fixture. I'll go through some differentials and captains, and any questions that come in, get them in the comments throughout the stream during this hour so we can go through them. There'll be live leaked team news as well in this next hour. So we've got some that's already come through, which I'll go through as we go through the teams. But if anyone's got any other team news in the comments that I missed whilst being on the stream, so just put it all in the comments as well. We'll start off and bring up all the comments that have already come in from all of the viewers. So let's do that first, and then we'll go straight into the fixtures. Football Ferreira, absolute legend, has been a big supporter of the channel this season. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are well. Delaware, legend as well, big Liverpool fan. Let me know any Liverpool team news that you've got, mate, for this final game as well. Welcome to the stream. His FPL team right now: Edison, Trippier, Trent, Estupiñán, Shaw, Rashford, Salah, McAllister, Fernandez, Alvarez, Kane. Haaland is reportedly not playing, but I could change my team if there is an update. I've heard exactly the same. So all the rumours going around at the moment online are that Haaland will not start this game. He'll be on the bench. Doesn't mean he's not going to come off the bench and score. We've seen him do that this season, so he is capable. But what I will say, looking at your team, is there's also been news that Luke Shaw is not going to start, and neither will Edison. So it sounds like they're either going to play Scott Carson or Ortega. I believe it's going to be Ortega. So, you probably want to put your second keeper in as well, mate. So a couple of changes you might look to make. Strasbourg Steve, hope you're good, mate. Hope you are doing well. Christian as well, welcome to the stream, mate. Got the Spurs shirt on tonight, obviously. Not the most exciting last day for us, but, we'll see how it goes. Good season for a neutral, but for me, it's been up and down as he is a Liverpool fan. At least with Liverpool, you ended the season, some strong form. You've made it into the Europa at least. You'd rather that than absolutely nothing, mate. PSB, welcome to the stream. Another big supporter of the channel this season, is in the streams pretty much every single week. So great to have you in, mate. And keep those leaks coming in. Keep those leaks coming in. Wing stuck. He's got Haaland and Mahrez, so not sure if Kane and Saka is a good idea. I'd say yes. I'd say Kane, definitely. If you can get some early leaks that Mahrez is going to play, then you'd probably want to keep him over Saka. Christian's just deciding if he should take a hit or not, -4 or -8. Definitely do a -4 for sure. If you've got the scope to swap someone that isn't starting for someone that is going to start, then I think taking the -4 is probably worth it. But let me know what those issues are going to be, mate, in the comments. Alisson and Van Dijk apparently are not travelling with the team, so Kelleher and Gomez will start. I've heard exactly the same. So, if you're a Van Dijk or Alisson owner, you're going to need some replacements. Wing will be making a -4. Great to see you in the stream as well, mate. You've been a big supporter of the stream this season, as well as has This Is Wrestling Film. Hope you have a good final day, mate. You've had a great season. I think everyone knows who's watched the channel this season. It's not been my best year of FPL, but I'm hoping to come back stronger next year. I'm just going to have a bit of fun on the last day with a couple of transfers. Might even take a -4 whilst we're live on the stream. So I'll see how I go. But I'm going to share the screen, then I'm going to bring up PSB's comment in a second. PSB's just given us some updated team news that he has. So we're going to share that in a second. If you've just tuned in, please just take that 5 seconds of your time now just to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If this is your first stream, you've come in on the last day of the season, and subscribe because there's going to be plenty more next season. And also get your questions in. Whole point of these deadline streams in the last hour is really just to get as many questions in the comments, try and help everyone where I can, and also people in the comments helping each other as well. So keep those questions coming in. PSB has got some team leaks, so we are going to go through each individual game. But let's keep this comment up, and we'll go through it as we go through the teams. So Arsenal Wolves. I think Arsenal surely they're due a win now after some of their recent results. Wolves not huge amounts to play for either. I think Arsenal will want to put in a performance. I like the likes of Odegaard, Saka. I think they're good picks. Potentially Jesus as well. There is a lot of rumours that the likes of Fabio Vieira and Nketiah are going to get minutes in this one, but I think Arsenal will win. I think they'll get a good home win in this one. I think it'll be 3-0 to Arsenal. I think if you've held those assets from Arsenal, you're going to get some value in this one. So definitely look at bringing in the likes of Saka or Odegaard if you've got the room. I won't be focusing on any Wolves players. Let's go into this Aston Villa Brighton game as well. I think Villa probably the team to target on this. I know Brighton have been brilliant, have been on form, but they played midweek. They tend to make a lot of changes when they have 2 games in a week. So for me, I'd still target those Villa players. I'd play Ollie Watkins if you've got him. He's well overdue a goal. I'd still play McAllister. I think he's rumoured to start. So I'd definitely look at playing him. But I think we'll see goals. I'll go with Villa to nick it. I think they'll get that Europa Conference place. I think they'll win by 2 goals to 1. Keep all your comments coming in as well, just as I go through these scores, because the plan is I'm just keeping PSB's comment up right now whilst I go through the fixtures, because there's quite a bit of team using his comments. So keep all your comments coming in, keep all your questions coming in, because I will go through them as well. We've got Brentford Man City next, and as PSB says, Julian Alvarez starts, Mahrez and Foden start, and Haaland is benched. So my thoughts here, if you've got Haaland, put him on your bench. If you've got room to bring Harry Kane in for him, do it. Make that move. Barnes, Iheanacho, and Maddison starting that Leicester game. So you might want to have a go on Iheanacho. Leicester have got her attack. Could just go sideways to Julian Alvarez as well. So there's big opportunities there from Man City to play a Mahrez, play a Foden, get some points out of them. Brentford are still pushing for a European place, so I do think they'll go for it. I think they'll score. I can see it being a score draw, maybe a 2-2, 1-1. Man City will make a lot of changes. They're focusing on this Champions League final, so definitely keep Mahrez. Aim to bring in the likes of Foden if you can. Julian Alvarez. Sell Grealish's, sell Kevin De Bruyne's. I don't think you need them this week. They're obviously not travelling in this squad. We've got Chelsea, Newcastle next as well. Before I go through that, we'll just quickly cover what else PSB said. So Garnacho and Malacia start, Fred and Maguire start. So Garnacho could be a really, really good pick for this week. Let's go into Chelsea versus Newcastle, and then we'll cover this question that's come in. Again, from an FPL perspective, you're probably only looking at your Newcastle assets. Trippier, give him the start. Wilson, Isaac, start them. Chelsea have been terrible this season. Newcastle are still playing for 3rd place, so they do have a lot of injuries. Pope's injured. Plenty of other positions that are injured, but you just play them. I think Newcastle can go to the bridge and win this game. So I'll go with a 2-1 Newcastle and maybe Isaac to get a return this week. Let's go into Palace versus Forest. And we can answer this question here. What defender shall I buy to replace Shaw? I have a budget of 7.5. I think you could go into someone like Mark Gahey in this game. He's only around 4.5 million. You could use the rest of the cash and put it into another position. So I do like Mark Gahey in this Palace versus Forest game. I think Palace will have a good last day of the season here. I've got a feeling they might win by 2-0. I'm liking Eze, really liking Eze. So if you can bring him in, get him in your team. Like an Elise as well. And even Zaha, I've got a feeling about him on this last day of the season. So 2-0 to Palace for me. We've got this big relegation scrap for Everton against Bournemouth. Would I be targeting anyone in this? I know a lot of people are talking about McNeil for the last day of the season, showing a bit of form lately, but yeah, still not loving Everton players at the moment. But I think they'll win. I think they'll survive. I'll go with a scrappy 1-0 Everton win, maybe Dominic Calvert-Lewin to score. Let's go on to Leeds Spurs. We'll start bringing up some comments now as well. So Christian is just waiting for leaks to take Buonete or Fernandes for either Son, Barnes, Foden, and Isaac out for either Awayuni or Alvarez. Well, a lot of the leaks are saying that Buonete is starting ahead of Matoma. So there's rumours that Matoma's not starting, and Buonetti is. As for Son, like if you bring him in, one-off game, why not? And then looks like Foden is starting, Barnes is starting. So yeah, there's lots of options. I like Alvarez. I like Awayini as well. I'll probably edge towards Alvarez this week. But yeah, Leeds Spurs, definitely Harry Kane. Other than that, I wouldn't target anyone else from Spurs other than maybe Son, but probably just those two. And no one from Leeds to target this week. I do think there'll be goals, but I just can't predict who would get them for Leeds. So let's go with a 3-2 lead. I just can't see us winning this game, Spurs. No confidence at the moment. PSB has just said Rodrigo starts for Leeds, so he could be a good last day of the season pick. Like, honestly, don't be fooled by Leeds playing Tottenham in this one. Like, the Spurs defense is terrible, and just no confidence at all. So he could be a really good last day pick. Let's go to Leicester West Ham. We'll bring up the rest of the comments that have come in. So he's gone with Gahey, which I think is a good move, mate, and Kelleher as well, as he's starting over Allison. James Gadsden, welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, no suit. Andy and Raptor have gone full on Football Manager mode. Yeah, I think maybe if I'd had a decent end to the season and my team wasn't on the beach and my squad hadn't done so bad this year, then I'll probably have to have the suit on. But yeah, not for me, mate. But good luck for the last day. I know you've got the rivalry with your brother, so fingers crossed you can beat him this week. Wing, he's got a real bench dilemma. Play 2 out of Enciso, Solanke, McAllister. Tempted to put Dom in a massive differential, but the cherry's too far on the beach. Sometimes, though, even when teams are on the beach, it's when they tend to just go for it and score goals and kind of play with a bit more freedom. So I would probably play, if you get the team news that Enciso isn't going to play, then Solanke and McAllister probably edge it for me. They're the two I'm edging towards this week, mate, from that. Keep your comments coming in, though. We've got some good viewers now. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. If this is your first stream, please subscribe. Get all your questions in. Deadline's in about 47 minutes. So, keep them coming in. Leicester, West Ham. I wouldn't aim for any West Ham players this week. Like, they are going to rotate for this Europa Conference final. Leicester are going to go for it. I like James Maddison. I like Ihi and Nacho. Harvey Barnes as well. I can see Leicester winning. I don't think necessarily mean they'll stay up, but I think they'll win the game. I'm going to go with Leicester to get a 2-0 win in this. I've got a feeling Maddison's going to step up, but yeah, they might not get away with it. United Fulham, another one. It's a tough one with Man United. A lot of people are putting confidence in Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, those types of players this week, but I'll be a bit cautious because they do have the FA Cup next week. I don't think we'll see 90 minutes from a lot of these players. If you're going to pick someone from Man United this week, I think Garnacho is a really good pick. We had the confirmation from PSB that he is going to start for Man United. And he scored in quite a few of the appearances he's made. So Garnacho, I think, is a really good pick this week. Low owned as well. There was obviously mentioned that it's Harry Maguire's last game. I'm not sure if anyone's going to want to transfer him in for sure. But other than that, there's probably not a huge focus on United because they do have that FA Cup final next weekend. So you don't want to get too stuck on their players. But Garnacho is the one I'm really liking this week. And I think they'll win the game. So I'll go with United to win. Probably 2-0. Garnacho to score. Not sure on who the other scorer will be. Maybe like a McTominay or someone. Let's bring up some more comments that have come in. And then we'll cover Southampton, Liverpool at the end, as we've got a couple of Liverpool fans in the stream now. I've heard Buonetti's going to start off at Brighton. That's just according to Twitter. So I will bring up Twitter. Once I've done this, I'll bring up my differentials and captains, and then I'll literally just go on Twitter and find as much team news for the stream as I can. Delawa has just come out and said he thinks Liverpool will batter Southampton 3-0. Yeah, I think Liverpool will win that game. I like if Luis Diaz gets a start. I actually really like the sort of Luis Diaz this week. Always seems to score a goal whenever he plays. And I also like Trent if he starts as a captain option. I've not seen many people make that pick this week as a captain, which I found interesting. But yeah, Luis Diaz, I think if he is confirmed starting in that game, he will score. And didn't he wasn't it 9-0 in the last game? And Luis Diaz got 18 points or 19 points or something. So yeah, I think he's a really good pick this week, Luis Diaz. Could be a big differential captain. Is Edison starting or not? Nah, he's not starting, mate. According to all of the Twitter team news and leaked lineups, they're saying Edison isn't starting. So you could just start him in your team and then have your sub keeper come on, because Edison, if he doesn't start, he's not going to come on the pitch at any moment. He's probably not even going to be on the bench. It'll be Carson and Ortega. Welcome to the stream, Matt Cowlin. Yeah, good to have a final stream. Obviously, I think I've done a stream every single week this season. So other than one, there might have been one game week where I didn't get the live streaming. I might have been sick. Other than that, we've done 37 streams. Obviously, a lot of team selections, free hit drafts, wildcard drafts, shorts. So yeah, lots of content. So thanks to everyone that's tuned in every week. Lots of new subscribers this season, lots of new faces. So yeah, buzzing to do it all again next season. Let's go through Southampton, Liverpool, and then all these questions that are coming from Dalawal, Emad, and Quinton. We'll go through all of those in a second. Let's go through this Liverpool game. Yeah, I'm going to go with Liverpool to win. I'll go 3-0 as well. Trent's a really good pick this week if we obviously get the confirmation he starts, but I think he'll start. Luis Diaz, if he starts, I think I said it before, really good pick this week. I think it's 19 points. He got in the reverse fixture. Liverpool won 9-0. Yeah, really like that pick. For me, if they give Darwin a last day fixture, I think he could be a good pick. But this man here, if he confirms to start Firmino, I think he's a great pick if he gets to start, because he's so low owned. It's his last game. And these are the types of games where Firmino comes out and just gets... He's done it before. I remember against Watford a couple of years ago, Liverpool won 5-0, and he come out and got like 24 or 25 points that game week. It was ridiculous. And he just tends to get these bursts. So, yeah, Firmino and Luis Diaz are the two I'd be keeping tabs on if we get this Liverpool League team news in the next 40 minutes or so. And if you've got the space. So, yeah, liking those picks. I think Liverpool will win this game comfortably. We have just heard some rumors that Jota is going to start according to some of the league lineups on Twitter. So again, he could be a really good pick. Another captain option. Always scores goals for Liverpool when he starts. So let's stop the share screen. What I'll do now is I'll just go through my my captain picks. I'll bring up the questions in a second. I'll just quickly go through some captain picks that I've done. So I've said Rashford in third. But after listening to a few Man United fans since who don't think he'll play the full game, I'm not as keen on him. But I'll put him in third still. I'll put Harry Kane. I'll put Salah in second this week if he does get the start. He's playing against Southampton. So I'll put him in second. And I'm going to put Kane first because you know he's going to start. You know he's going to get 90 minutes. And he's 2 goals away from 30. So Harry Kane's definitely the best captain pick this week. And then as for some differentials, Awaniyi, 1.2% from Forest, who we spoke about earlier. He's been on fire lately, 4 returns in 5 games. Firmino, 2.9%. If we get the early team news that he's going to start, really good differential. It's his last ever game for Liverpool. And then James Maddison, he's going to start. He's going to play. Leicester need to win. 5.1% in midfield for Leicester against West Ham. But let's bring up some questions that have come in. Emad, what do I think of Son instead of KDB? I think do it. I don't think Son's on great form, but he's going to start the game. And he did well in this fixture last year. And De Bruyne isn't even travelled by the sounds of it. So it's actually not a bad swap. So I don't mind it at all. Q, big supporter of the streams this season as well. Welcome to the stream. Usually comes on as the guest most weeks. So looking forward to him coming on again next year. And he's come in with a question. Is a -12 risky? Haaland, Wilson, KDB, March out for Kane, Son, Mahrez, Alvarez. Haaland isn't starting, so swapping him out is okay. De Bruyne as well, I think is fine. if you've got someone that you can just play instead of March, I'd probably do it. And as for Wilson, I reckon he'll start, mate. I actually feel like Wilson and Isaac will start again together. Newcastle will want to win that game to get third place. So, yeah, I don't think you need. Look, I don't think a -12 is risky when I think your team, like my team, is kind of in a position where we're not winning our mini leagues now. We're just kind of playing for fun. So, yeah, it's not the worst thing. But I think if you can just change it to a -8 and play Wilson, I think that would be the best because I've got a feeling he'll play. But the others, I don't think will play. Alvarez is playing. Mahrez is playing Son. But then, yeah, I guess because you're bringing in Kane. Kane for Haaland. Mahrez for De Bruyne. Son for March, if you can afford it. But I'm guessing you need to do the other one to do it. So, yeah, I don't mind it, mate. If you can do the -8, do that. Otherwise, I don't mind the -12. We'll do Q's captain picks actually, and then we'll bring up the other question. So his picks are Bruno, Son, Kane, and Eze. Eze is actually a really good pick. I'm going to put Eze as my third captain pick now. He's got that home game against Forest. He's been on fire lately, and yeah, obviously Kane, top pick for this weekend. So really like that Eze pick. Questions come in. What are the best goalkeepers to have this week? I'd say Ramsdale at home to Wolves. I think Arsenal will keep a clean sheet in that one. I've got a feeling it's just going to be a simple 3-0 win. Yeah, you've ended up just saying it, mate. There you go. I think Ramsdale's a good goalkeeper to bring in as Wolves struggle to score. Yeah, I like Ramsdale. Looking at the fixtures, maybe a Pickford, potentially, if you think Everton are going to scrap a 1-0. Kelleher for Liverpool, away at Southampton. Probably say those are my favourite at the moment, mate. I'd probably be looking at Ramsdale for sure. And obviously, you've said your captain pick is Salah, which, again, I'd wait for leaked team news. Because if Luis Diaz is going to play, I think he's a really good pick this week. We've got some good viewers in the stream right now, which is good. So keep getting your questions in. We're 27 minutes until the last deadline of the season. So keep all the questions coming in. I'll bring them all up. Like the stream if you haven't liked the stream yet. Subscribe if you're new here as well. It's great to have new people come and watch the stream. And there's going to be plenty of content in the pre-season as well. I'll be doing transfer news, best FPL players for next season as well. So be sure to subscribe for the new season. But keep these questions and comments coming in. I'm now going to go online and just see what team news has come out whilst I've been streaming. So let's have a look. This is Wrestling Film. Haaland is a headache now. The switch to Kane seems ideal. It does. I think if you're just doing it as a straight swap, do it. If you're doing it on a -4, do it. If you don't have a sub. See, I've got Isaac in my team. I'm probably looking at it thinking away at Chelsea. He isn't the worst player to bring in. But then I'm a big Spurs fan, so I almost want to bring in Kane on a 4. But yeah, I think it's the ideal one, especially if, like for you, mate. You're ranked so good this season, and you're actually playing for a strong rank. So you probably want to have the EO of having Harry Kane. Whereas for me, it's not going to make any difference having him or not. And I think I'm just happy as a Spurs fan if he scores goals. All right, so we've got some team news, and there's some pretty big team news as well. So I'm going to read it out in a second. I'll bring up the latest questions first. So Q said he thinks Garnacho will get 70 minutes against a poor Fulham team. Yeah, I agree. I think he's a really good pick this week, Garnacho. Sid asked, welcome to the stream, mate. Odegaard and Matoma to Rashford at Eze. Which would you prefer, or both? If I'm picking 2 out of those, I'm going to say Odegaard and Eze. Tempted to a -8, Isaac, Matoma, and the injured Joelinton out for Watkins, Eze, and Barnes. I like Eze. I like the Barnes pick. Watkins is due a goal. Would I do a 4 for him, though, for Isaac? Probably not. I still think Newcastle will play him. I think they're going to want to go to the Bridge, get that monkey off their back and win there. They've not won there in a long time. Good chance to win there, and they can keep third place. Because there's a bit of a difference with the money you get between 3rd and 4th. And I don't think it's like the old days where if you finish 3rd, you would qualify straight in, and 4th, you had to qualify. Now you get in either way to the Champions League, but I still think it helps with the seeding and stuff like that. So Christian's coming and asked, were there any leaks of Bruno starting for United? So we'll go through that in a minute. I've got some potential leaked lineups of Liverpool team news. So we're hearing Kelleher starts, Trent starts, Matip starts, Jota starts. That's huge. That's very big. Big differential. Salah starts, Firmino starts. No Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, Milner, or Nunes. So now I need to know, does Luis Diaz start? Because Luis Diaz, I think, is a brilliant pick this week. But Jota is a great pick this week too. This is just the sort of fixture you can imagine Jota coming out, grabbing a couple of goals. So really liking that pick. Okay, so some Brentford team news. Brighton team news. Undav starts. Buonetti starts. McAllister starts. Welbeck starts. Pascal Gross starts. Estupiñán starts. Casido starts. Lewis Dunk benched and Ciso benched. Mitoma benched and Ferguson benched. So that's a right pain for that's a real pain for us Mitoma owners. Fourth lot of team news, Manchester United team news. Okay. There's rumours that there's no Bruno. The thing is, I don't know how reliable this Man United one is. But they're saying no Weghorst, no Shaw, no Bruno. Garnacho starts, Fred starts, Sancho starts, Maguire starts, Malacia starts, Martial starts. But yeah, it's not saying anything about Bruno. But there's other sources saying he does start, so interesting. Man City. Alvarez starts, Palmer starts, Mara starts, Foden starts, Lewis starts, Phillips starts. No Haaland, no De Bruyne, no Grealish, no Akanji, no Diaz, no Stones. Gonna have to just take these lineups as legit as we know, because this is what's coming around all on Twitter. I'm gonna see what else I can find. WB, hope you are good, mate. Would I start Estupiñán ahead of Shah? If you're confident Shah's going to start, I'd play him over Estupiñán, because I actually think Newcastle have a better chance of a clean sheet away at Chelsea. Chelsea are drab at the moment; they're awful, and he gets attacking returns as well. So here we go. Man City lineup is now saying Ederson does start Delawa. So there's rumours that Ederson does start now. Ederson, Walker, Ake, Laporte, Gomez, Lewis, Phillips, Palmer, big differential this week, Foden, Mahrez, and Alvarez. So that's from FPL Heisenberg. Maybe you just start Ederson, mate. Maybe you just do the Ederson start. Let's see what else we've got. Keep the questions coming in as well. If you've got questions, keep them coming in. We've got some good viewers in the stream now, so get all your questions in now. We're half an hour until deadline. Hit that like button if you haven't done already. Subscribe if you're new here, especially if you're enjoying the stream. We've literally just done a bunch of leak lineups. So if you missed them and you've just come in the stream, ask away in the comments. We want to get as many questions answered as we can. Let's see what else we are getting. Harry Kane, mate, every day. Just because he's aiming for, like Salah. Salah's got a better fixture, but Salah is, Kane's going for 30 goals now, so I think he's a really good pick. I'm trying to find some more league team news for everyone that's in the stream right now. So let's just see. I can't see anything else that's groundbreaking just yet in terms of team news. Um, no, nothing groundbreaking. Definitely looks like Shaw isn't going to play. Thanks for tuning into the stream, mate. Good luck as well. Looking forward to having you back in the streams next season, mate. All ready for the new season. Sid asked Spurs fan bias, but yeah, Spurs are going for the Conference League. Yeah, it is a bit of Spurs fan bias, but I just think in general, mate, if you look at it from an FPL perspective this week, right? Kane's going for 2 goals, good record against Leeds. And then if you look at his recent form and his matches, he's hit in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 of his last 11 games. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those 10 games have been 8 points or more. So if you're looking for a consistent captain return, it's Harry Kane right now, mate, in my opinion. James Gaston, best free hit team. Too many options. For me, big one for me is Maddison or Barnes, and then which 3 up front, and limited budget. Kane, Iheanacho, Firmino, Jota, Jesus, Alvarez. It's so hard when you're on a free hit this week, especially because of all this league team news. Definitely Alvarez. You get that Man City coverage in there. He's starting the game. He's going to probably get the whole 90 minutes. Harry Kane as well, no brainer. So then outside of Kane and Alvarez, you're going to have to pick between Iheanacho, Firmino, Jota, Jesus. Whoever you prefer, mate. I think I'd be picking either one of the Liverpool forwards or Jesus over. I like Iheanacho because he's so differential, but I think you got to go with the teams like Arsenal probably will score a couple of goals, and Liverpool as well. So yeah, I'd say it's from those 3, mate. And there's probably not any one of those I prefer more than the other because they're all probably quite even this week. So I'll be picking that last striker from one of those 3. But yeah, being on a free hit, this is a great week to have a free hit. I said this weeks ago when I was doing my free hit stream that if you couldn't use it in a double game week, because I used it in a double game week and it didn't work, I said save it for the last day of the season, and it always works, especially when you get all these team leagues. Leaks at Barnes, Matters, and Ehen actually start, but no idea how reliable. I've heard that as well, mate. I think that one is actually a reliable source as well. But I'm going to go see what else I can get now whilst we're on the stream. Keep your questions coming in as well. I've had a few people come into the stream, so just keep those questions coming in. If you've got any 50-50 calls, any dilemmas, captain shouts, anything, just get it in the comments. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting anything groundbreaking now other than what we've gone through. I want to see if I can find some Newcastle team news because there's a lot of us still with Newcastle players and people want to know, do we start them? Because that's a good fixture for Newcastle, Chelsea. Chelsea were awful against Man United the other day. There's a lot of people that have sold Isaac. There's rumours Wilson's bench now. I know Q was asking earlier in the comments, do I sell Wilson? Maybe you do, because there's rumours that he's being benched now. Sancho starts for Man United. So James Gadsden, who's on the free hit. Sancho could be a good pick. He got an assist against Chelsea the other day. Seems to get some pretty good returns in the home games that he plays. I'm just thinking differential because I know your biggest thing you need today is to beat your brother. Yeah, not much coming in from Newcastle though, other than potentially Wilson benched and Isaac starts. It's really, really just a lottery, isn't it? This last day of the season, so it's tough. Anything else? I think for my team, I'm looking at my personal team and I'm like, I'm going to have to take a hit here. If there's no Matoma this week, which it sounds like there's not going to be, I'm going to check the Brighton forums now and see if we get any team news from Brighton forums. There we go. North Stand chat. See what we can get from Brighton. Okay. Sometimes Twitter will tell you one thing, but it's always good to go on the forums an hour or so before kickoff. Um, okay, they're saying exactly what they've seen on Twitter. Yeah, they're saying Enciso is going to be benched. Let's see what else their fans are saying. There's not much coming out there for him. Pascal Gross starting, they're saying. Yeah, it's not looking good for. It's not looking good for us Matoma owners. Keep your questions coming in as well. We're 23 minutes from deadline, and we need more questions in the comments because I'm still planning to stay on the stream for a little bit longer. So keep them coming in. And mate, that's exactly it. Last day of the season is all about just picking someone absolutely random that you obviously know is going to start. Yeah, Douglas Luiz just hits random screamers as well. There's a lot of people getting rid of Matoma this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I'm gonna say if you've got Matoma. Now someone's saying the Brighton team news is a fraud. Yeah, it's hard to know what to believe, and it's so hard to know what to believe. This is Wrestling Film. Great season of content, Matt. Thanks for all the hard work you put in. No problems, mate. I absolutely love doing it, and obviously this season it's been good. We've had, we started the season. It struggled. Obviously, we're trying to get viewers in, and then as it's gone on, we've got lots of new viewers, lots of new questions. Plenty of subs. We've grown, almost tripled in size. So yeah, thanks for all your support and everyone that's come in the stream this season. Adnan, pro gamer and footballer. Hope you're good, mate. Matoma, Mac 10 to Erdegaard, Madison, Bruno, Barnes, and McNeil. Currently 350k overall, and also doing Haaland to Kane. I like Haaland to Kane. I think that's a great move. Matoma, Mac to Erdegaard. If you're going to pick now, just based on rumours, you don't do McAllister, you do Matoma. And you probably go, I think safeties, Erdegaard. If you want to try and just completely go for it, then go for Harvey Barnes or Madison. Jorgen, welcome to the stream, mate. There's a lot of rumours on Twitter saying that he's going to start this one, Salah. So I think if you've got him, you start him. But there's other good Liverpool options this week. Firmino, Jota, their strikers obviously in the game. So yeah, they're saying that though. There is people. How do we know about these Matoma rumours? That's the thing. It's a tough one. I'm trying to find out something now. There's been a lot of people asking, is Kane definitely starting? He's starting this game. Spurs can't afford to drop him right now. Okay, so someone's gathered all the team leaks together. So I'm just going to read all of these out now. And look, I'm not taking any responsibility to how true some of these are, but this is what we have so far. So Garnacho starts for Man United. Haaland and De Bruyne don't start. Alvarez, Edison start. Shaw and Marshall don't start. Allison, Van Dijk don't start. I don't think they travelled. Palmer, Foden, and Mahrez all start for Man City. Barnes, Iheanacho, and Madison start for Leicester. Vardy doesn't start for Leicester. Lewis, Ake, and Gomez start for Man City. Rodrigo starts for Leeds. Bobby Firmino starts. Jota starts. And again, nothing concrete on Matoma. I think if you've got Matoma and you're on a -4, deciding whether or not to sell him, you probably just got to do it. I think last day of the season, if you've got cash in the bank to buy, someone else. Like for me, I could do a Harvey Barnes. Let's have a look. Who's he got? Last time he did get 11 points a few weeks ago. Tielemans, he does randomly pop up with a big score out of nowhere. Eze's probably the obvious one. Yeah, I think Eze is a good replacement for Matoma. It's probably the best sideways move. But look, we've got a question that's coming here from Adnan actually, so we'll go through this. Any more questions, get them in. I'm going to probably stay on for another 4 or 5 minutes now because we just had a. Not too sure what that was. For those that are on my stream and heard that random noise in the apartment block I'm in, I'm not 100% too sure what that was. You okay? Yeah, what was that? It was an earthquake. We just had another. So we've had an earthquake. Yeah, his Christian. Yeah, so we've had So we've had this before in Melbourne. So I'm in Australia in Melbourne, and we had an earthquake like this probably about a year ago or so. And we're in an apartment block. It's only a low rise, and we have felt the whole apartment block shake, and we just felt that again then. Did you feel that? Did you hear that on the stream? If you heard that on the stream, let me know in the comments if you actually heard that then on the stream. That was yeah, I've got my little dog here. He just started barking and going crazy. I could really feel that then, and this whole system started to the whole all the laptop and stuff started to shake. I've had some comments come in. Here's the little dog, by the way, Miko. Bring him onto the stream. This is Wrestling Film. Yeah, we're good, mate. That was just random. We'll probably have to turn the news on straight after this stream. It's 11:45 at night here, so I'm assuming that woke a lot of people up that should be in bed now, like me. But yeah, all good, mate. All good. The thing is, when you get an earthquake like that here, where I am in Melbourne, it could have been worse somewhere else, but this part is probably okay. But we'll answer your question now, mate. Probably looking into something more of a punt to thinking of Madison. Do I do Haaland to Kane or Alvarez? Also 8th in your second chance mini league. Oh, let me pull up the second chance mini league. Let's have a look. Okay, if you're doing Haaland out, mate, Kane for me. I think it's the best sideways move. And let's check out the mini league. Let's do some shout outs on the mini league this season. Let's do some shout outs. So my second chance mini league, I created that after the World Cup. Okay, so you are 8th, mate. Very good. There we go. Adnan, the Gundo gang, 1,497 points since the World Cup. PSB's in 5th, second chance. I'm somehow sitting in 4th on the second chance. I've had a good second half of the season. Rubbish first half of the season. Let's go to the @FPL Matt Day original league. So if anyone watching is in this list, let me know. So we've got Boca Seniors, number 1, Paul Gilmore. James Cook, number 2. Stranger Ings is Dave Ling. Xavier Reverte is 4th. Donald Breslin is 5th. Mehdi Samoud is 6th. Mar Rahman is 7th. Ender Cassidy is 8th. Darren Wickham is 9th. And FPL Sidenet is 10th. So that's the Matt Day original league. Let's go through the rest of the comments. Yeah, that was very random. I didn't know what that was then. So it's always crazy to be streaming and something like that's happened. So at least everyone globally has been able to see it. James Gaston, FPL causing a shake-up, mate. That has got to be what it is, right? They must have, realised that with 15 minutes till deadline. And the code, so you can actually, so if you go onto my YouTube page and go into the description of this video, mate, you'll find the link tree or the league code, and it's all in there, mate. It's all in the description. So you can join even now for the last day. But you can always just wait till next season, mate. I'll do a new mini league for next season. So don't worry at all. But look, if we don't get any more questions in the next minute or so, I'll look to wrap up the stream. So if you've got any last minute questions, let me know. So James Gaston's brother, so him and his brother fighting to beat each other in FPL, and James Gadsden's 8 points behind Matt, and he said the earthquakes woke him up, but he thinks it's a panic of picking the wrong side. But yeah, mate, join, and I'll be back next season. But look, we'll look to wrap up the stream with 15 minutes to a deadline. I don't want people panicking in the last 15 minutes. With the app's probably going to crash. We know what it's been like this season. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. If this was your first stream, hit that like button if you haven't done already. And thanks to everyone that joined the streams this season. Like I mentioned before, there's been a lot of regular watchers in here. So I appreciate everyone that's joined this year. It's been really good. There's going to be lots of stuff going on in the preseason. So stay tuned on the channel for that. They'll be short. I'll be back next year as well. Hopefully for my team, I'll have a better season. I didn't have a great year. So I'm sure everyone in the comments, it's probably beat me this year. Hopefully next season I'll be better. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's joined in this season. All the new people I've met. So many new people I've met. This season it's been class to meet everyone and all the new people that subscribed. Really, really appreciate the support. I'll bring up the last couple of comments. Good luck, mate. I do recognize you from TikTok then. So that's where I've obviously found you, mate. Christian, great to meet you this season, mate. Obviously a big Spurs fan as well. Take care. Everyone as well. Yeah, take care in the preseason. It's all going to be fun and games when FPL gets released again next year. Terry, just found you late in. Look forward to seeing you next season. You as well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Like I was saying before, there'll be plenty of stuff in the preseason as well. So stay tuned on the channel for that. Matt Cowlin in the stream, Eze captain and a -8. I literally just bring Eze in on a -4 during the stream. So I thought, why not? Mitoma is out for the game week, so I had to do it. Wing, thanks for your support this season as well. Really appreciate you coming in. So look, we'll leave it there. Thanks to everyone that's joined this season. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed, liked all the videos, come into the watch-alongs that I did at the start of the season, all the shorts, all the team selections, everything like that. So, yeah, plenty more to come in the preseason and next season. And it'll be great to have some of you viewers as guests next year. So if any of you are ever interested in being a guest on the deadline stream, shoot me a message on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter at FPL Matt Day. You can find me on Instagram at FPL Matt Day or TikTok at FPL Matt Day. So just add me on any one of them. Send me a message and just say you want to come on as a guest and I'll get you on. So it'd be great to have some viewers as guests next season as well. But I'll leave it at that. We're 10 minutes to a deadline. Good luck, everyone, for game week 38. It's the final game week of the season. And I will see you all in the next one, which will be live deadline stream game week 1 all the way in August. I will be in the UK for that, actually. So I will actually be over in England, in the time zone in England, visiting family, visiting friends, going to watch Spurs play as well. So I'm going to be in your time zone for all of you that are in the UK. So it's actually going to be pretty cool to be in your time zone and stream. Obviously, that'll be a bit of a shame for I've got a lot of viewers here in Australia, in Asia, that are on my time zone. So just to let you know, I'm going to be in that time zone for the first 2 weeks of the season. Then I'll be back into this time zone. So I'll see you all then. But like I said, stay tuned for the preseason because there's going to be plenty of stuff in there. Videos, best picks, transfers, all that type of stuff. But the live streams won't be until August. So I'll see you all then. I'm FPL Matt Day, and good luck for the last day of the season. Bye for now.